My name is Deloris Gee, and I'm a BI analyst at Western Carolina University, which is located in the mountains of North Carolina. And there I lead our analytics team in the creation of the university's analytical reporting solution that we fondly named CATalytics after our school's mascot, the catamounts. Implementing our solution hasn't always been the smoothest process, but what we have been able to do is to create an environment where adoption for our solution has thrived. Today, I'm going to briefly review with you a few of the techniques and approaches that we used in order to make adoption a reality for us. So back in 2010, when the analytics boom was really starting to take off in higher education, a couple of IT people at our university saw the trend and thought it would be a great idea if we could do this here on our campus, because what we saw were a host of problems that we thought it could solve for us. For example, we wanted our users to self-service their reporting needs. We wanted to have a singular system that they could receive reports and have complete confidence in the data that they were accessing. We wanted to empower our executives to instantly have the information they need to make decisions that impact the direction of the university. We looked at a lot of different tools, but like many of you, when we saw Blackboard Analytics, a light bulb went off. We saw the possibilities, all the questions that it could answer, all the problems it could solve. But how are we going to get other people to see it, to believe it, and to invest their time into helping us build it? While we didn't know exactly how that solution should be implemented, and we didn't know how to get people engaged and involved, what we did know from experience is that we could not take the Field of Dreams approach. Just because we built it did not mean that they would come. We would have to do a little bit better than that. So we decided that in order for us to get the buy-in that we need from the university, we would have to start from the top and work our way down. While we didn't have the power to require individuals from other areas to work with us, we knew that their VCs, deans, managers, and other supervisors could. So our next question is, how do we get the adequate buy-in from our administrators? First, we completed an assessment of the data climate on our campus. In what areas were there opportunities for us to make traction? And what threatened our ability to make progress? We decided to start with an age-old principle of giving the people what they want. We decided to be strategic in our approach. Whose support did we need in order to move our project forward? Who amongst leadership already had a natural affinity for analytics and for data? What were the goals and objectives of their areas, and how could we help them reach their goals through the use of data? It was those individuals that we used to mock up a sample. We wanted to show them real solutions to their very real problems. And it was that approach that helped us pique their interest and to garner the support we needed in order to move our project forward. It was at that point that we implemented our second business principle, close the deal. During that same meeting, immediately after showing them the possibilities, we gave them a documented plan for implementation, along with what we needed from each of them. For most, it was the commitment of people resources, which we were able to obtain. Highlights from the plan include the slightly modified SCRUM methodology to govern the project. We needed our deans to approve new additions to the system. Our development team, we called the BICC, which are made up of subject matter experts from registrar, IR, admission, finance, and a BI analyst that would lead the team. We worked with our deans and other administrators to create a list and rank every possible feature they wanted to include in the system, and we call that our product backlog list. Then every 30 days, we would start a new sprint where we would select from that list new items that we would work on and bring fully to completion. The actual process went a little something like this. Our development team and product owners would meet at the beginning of the sprint and agree on the items that would be worked on. The development team would have weekly working meetings while the analysts would work on the project daily. At the end of the sprint, we'd meet back with the product owners to demo the new features and to get their feedback. To keep the project moving efficiently, it takes many small groups working together. In addition to our development team and product owners, we had groups such as our BI Standards Committee who helped with data governance, ownership, report certification. We had the steering committee that helped us with guidance and advocated for resources and funds. It truly was a campus effort. Members of our development team, or BICC, had many responsibilities, and they serve on some of our other committees. The responsibilities include helping us develop our yearly strategic plan, helping us build out our BI tools, validating our report data, promoting the use of the system, and helping us to constantly improve our offerings. So where do we go next? Well, it's easy to get trapped in the constantly producing new historical reports. However, we're starting to dabble our toes into the knowledge area where we make connections between what has happened and factors that have contributed to it. So ultimately, we want to be able to predict things and to understand the contributors. To get there, we're using a very simple process at the end of each of our sprints and each year. We assess the overall vision, where we currently are and where we want to be. We devise a plan to get there, and we implement it. After it's done, we reassess, did we reach our goal? If not, what could we do differently the next time? And then we start all over again. During your implementations, there will be times you'll get knocked down, only to get back up and be hit with more obstacles, one after another. But if you start down the path, no matter how awkward it feels at first, despite the naysayers and the critics who don't believe it's possible for you to do this on your campus, if you focus on those who believe in the vision and are willing to work alongside of you to achieve it, you'll find that you have the ability to make real traction in this area, and eventually you will hit your stride and reach success. Then you too can start your very own campus data movement. Thanks.